Hello everyone, welcome to Tradeland FX Africa Fundamental Market Outlook for Wednesday, 7th September 2022. Okay, Australia experienced a technical recession in 2021. The fourth quarter of 2022 gave Australia a breather as the economy came out from contraction with a GDP of 3.4%. Is Australia going into another technical recession? The first quarter GDP of 2022 was 0.8%. This was lower than 2021's fourth quarter's 3.4%. If that of the second quarter goes below the forecast of 1.2% and below 0.8%, then Australia is in a technical recession. To escape the technical recession, the second quarter GDP must be more than 0.8%. The Reserve Bank of Australia assists Governor Ellis speaks. The result of the GDP will be a major topic of discussion and possible monetary policy solutions. The Eurozone and the German GDP year over year and quarter over quarter for the second quarters are expected to remain the same as their previous figures at 0.1% and 1.8% respectively. The German economy has been hit by supply chains interruption due to the war in Ukraine, which led to high energy prices, increased inflation, and drop in consumer confidence. There was the case of reduced demand for German exports. The European sanctions on Russia has caused Germany to disapprove of the Nord Stream 2 gas pipeline. The German Buba Bals speaks. Bals' speech will be focused around the GDP results and possible monetary policy solutions, according to the Dutch Bundesbank's analysis. We'll be having the European Central Bank's McCall speaks. We'll also be having the Bank of England Governor Bailey, the Monetary Policy Committee member Peel, and another Monetary Policy Committee member Mann will be speaking. Of course, traders should take note because whatever they say will move the markets. Okay. Also, the European Central Bank's Supervisory Board member Fernandez Bolo will be speaking as well. The IB Purchasing Managers Index for August has a previous reading of 49.6 with a consensus of 48.3. The Canadian economy seems to be contracting based on last PMI results. The PMI for June was 62.2, while that of July was 49.6, and well below the forecast of 60.3. Generally, a reading above 50 indicates expansion, while below 50 indicates contraction. Will it continue as the consensus expects, or will it give the Canadian economy a dovish surprise? Bank of Canada interest rate decision / rate statement. It has a previous reading of 2.5% and a consensus of 3.25%. So it is expected to deliver a 0.75% rate hike, which is equivalent to 75 basis points, of which the consensus is expecting it to get to 3.25% from a previous of 2.5% based on the previous 100 basis points hike. Now to the US. The Federal Open Market Committee member Mester speaks. The Cleveland Federal Reserve President Loretta Mester said on Wednesday that she sees benchmark interest rates rising above 4% by early next year. The rate increase is meant to slow economic growth, which she sees as running well below 2%. The US is expected to raise its interest rate by 75 basis points in September. Rate cuts will only be expected in the fall of 2023. The Bank of England's Monetary Policy Committee Treasury Committee hearings will be coming up as well. Market volatility is expected as Bank of England's governor or member speaks. Investors will be listening closely as they testify about the ongoing stagflation and possible 50 basis points hike and increased inflation. The EIA Short-Term Energy Outlook (EIA SCEO) brought by the US Energy Information Administration gives a near-term perspective on the energy markets. Its major focus is on the US energy market. It also has a forecast for certain international liquid fuel markets. Note, with the current energy crisis, this is a must-know for every investor. This is where we stop for our fundamental market outlook for Wednesday.